So I always found it amazing that Bumblebee began her career as a cosplayer. Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach to Nerd, and in this episode we are spotlighting my next minority superheroine of comics, Dr. Karen Beecher, also known as Bumblebee. Now, like a lot of the spotlight videos you've seen on my channel, Bumblebee has a very cool history too. Her backstory is actually very interesting. But instead of just going over and over and babbling, I'm just going to jump right in and you can tell me what you think when we're done. Karen Beecher, or Bumblebee, has the honor of being DC Comics' first black superheroine. She first appeared in Teen Titans issue number 45 and was created by writer Bob Rozakis and artist Irv Novick. Her first stint as Bumblebee the superheroine was actually in Teen Titans issue 48. Karen was the girlfriend of Mal Duncan, a member of the Teen Titans who did not have powers of his own, but was able to use a horn called Gabriel's horn, or sometimes referred to in the comics as the Horn of Wonder. It basically opened pathways between dimensions. Mal also opened a discotheque under the same name, Gabriel's Horn, and used it as a refuge for the Titans. Because Mal didn't have powers, he often felt very unappreciated by his team, and he would often vent his frustrations to Karen, who decided to prove that anyone could be a Titan and that Mal's team didn't care about him at all. To accomplish this, Karen developed a Bumblebee suit whose exoskeleton gave her superhuman strength and the ability to fly, as well as being equipped with sonic disruptors that she used to sting her boyfriend and the other Titan members. After her attack on the Titans, she did manage to escape without revealing her identity, but would later assist the Titans in issue 49 when Mal's club is attacked by the Rolling Rockers. Mal recognized her and forced her to reveal her identity and reasoning for attacking the Titans. Instead of being angry, the team is impressed and want to know more about her suit, in which she tells him it is a secret and that she has a suit for Mal too, and he dons a brand new code name, Hornblower. So yeah, Karen not only excels in science, being an inventor, and being able to take on the Titans with zero fight training, she also is the queen of cosplay. I mean, that suit though. Anyway, the Titans offer Karen membership with Mal to their Teen Titans West team in San Francisco. By issue number 53, the Titans would decide to dissolve, and Karen and Mal would get married and retire from the superhero life. Karen does decide to take a job with the Star Labs San Francisco division, where she's assigned the duty of designing non-lethal tech and weaponry for the government. The next few years would find Karen and her hubby being dragged out of retirement repeatedly to help save the world. In Crisis on Infinite Earths, Karen's history was completely retconned. It was now stated that she and her husband, going by codename Guardian, had briefly joined Titans West after the original Teen Titans disbanded. They would decline permanent membership to Titan West, as well as Flamebird and Beast Boy's attempt at a new team called Titans Los Angeles. Though Bumblebee would still occasionally assist the Birds of Prey and the Teen Titans from time to time. In Infinite Crisis, Bumblebee and Mal, now called the Herald, joined a group of heroes for a battle in outer space. During the fight, a stray beam hit the couple and drastically altered their bodies. Mal's sound weapons were fused within his body, and he was no longer able to speak. But Karen's body was shrunken down to 6 inches tall. Luckily, the couple were both treated by Dr. Niles Calder, who saved Karen from going into cardiac arrest and vowed to help restore her to her original size. It was during this period that Mal and Karen joined the Doom Patrol, where they were reunited with their friend and former Titan teammate, Beast Boy. Unfortunately, with all the changes going on with Karen and her hubby, daily life became too much for her, and the couple eventually split, with Mal leaving the Titans and Karen moving in with her teammate, Elastawoman, who ironically was also divorcing her husband at the same time. Now, during the Flashpoint storyline, Karen returned to normal size, and her history as Bumblebee was once again erased from existence. Instead, Karen was happily married to Mal and pregnant with their first baby. However, it was revealed that Mal was a former Teen Titan whose memories of being a hero were warped by Mr. Twister. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Twister is, that's also another Spotlight video. But in this universe, both Karen and Mal actually have superpowers, with Mal having supersonic music ability and Karen being able to shoot energy blasts from her hands. Once the Titans are finally able to rescue Mal, who is basically being held captive by Mr. Twister to force him to be the Herald of Sound, Karen gives birth to their baby girl. Now, even though Karen is no longer a scientist or an inventor in the Flashpoint universe, she still would visit a research center to learn more about her powers and how to control them. The lab provided Karen with an exoskeleton supersuit to help her control her abilities. Unfortunately, the lab was secretly being run by the Fearsome Five. And yes, that's also another Spotlight video. Karen was able to escape their grasp with the help of the Titans and decided to join the team as Bumblebee, which kind of worked out for a little while, but Karen became very unhappy with how demanding the crime-fighting schedule was, and when the team ultimately decided to disband, Karen chose to retire so she could spend more time with her family. Now, as for Bumblebee's powers, her initial powers came from the suit that she designed in her early Titan days. The exoskeleton gave her the ability to fly, gave her superhuman strength, and she equipped it with these sonic disruptors that kind of acted like a bee sting. But instead of having like a bump from a bee sting, you basically got zapped. Hard. Now, during DC Rebirth and beyond, her powers are more metahuman based, and she's able to fly, and she has these hypersonic blasts that she can emit from her hands. Her suit also allows her to kind of go back and forth between being shrunk and unshrunk. Now, as usual, I did not break down all of the amazing adventures that Karen, aka Bumblebee, has because, well, it's time consuming and this video would be extremely long. And really, that is what back issues are for. Now, as for other things that Bumblebee may have appeared in, she has been in various video games, animation, and web series such as Young Justice, DC Superhero Girls, and Teen Titans Go. But we really haven't had a live action portrayal yet, which is pretty stupid. But if the DCEU decides to include this character in future films, then I think that Riverdale's Ashley Murray would be amazing. And don't worry about her looking kind of young, she's actually 30 years old, so I think she could pull it off. And there you have it, my spotlight video on Dr. Karen Beecher, aka Bumblebee. What do you think? Leave me a comment below and let me know. And if you'd like to sign up for Jury Duty, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know who's next on the Nerd Bell, hit the notification bell. Until next time, I can't wait for you to approach the nerd. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.